Hello. Hard to believe that the 2019 regular season is actually over. Playoffs are underway, but the regular season is behind us. Seems like just yesterday we were talking about the things that we're going to focus on this year. We talked about the consistency of mechanics, the better use of technology, and enhanced communication. I'd like to think we've made significant progress in all three of those areas, particularly the consistency of mechanics. We started by making sure that our clinics are all teaching the same thing and following the same template. And each and every week, I've seen better and more consistent mechanics, particularly upon the wing officials. That was where the biggest change occurred. And to me, each and every week, we got a more consistent going up the sidelines and raising our arm and getting the 25-second play clock, 40-second play clock up and going. So I think we've done an excellent job in that area. We've got a long way to go, and that's going to always be a continuous improvement type of thing for us, but I think we've done an excellent job in that. The second part, the technology. We have radios, and we've made good use of those radios, and we'll continue to better utilize those into next season. But the biggest thing I think is from a technology standpoint is Huddle. Our Huddle team committee they've done an outstanding job of getting our videos out. Some of the weekly videos are as good as you'll see in any level of football officiating. Great learning opportunities. The free kick, the kicking one that we had several weeks ago still stands out in my mind. It's one of the best training aids I've ever seen. And we've also used Huddle to send out to crews when there's certain plays that we want to revisit. I've sent those out to the crew, and I want to thank everyone for taking the time to take a look at that and respond to the questions that we have there. I've used those responses, and I've used those Huddle videos to respond to the coaches, and I've had two of the most positive responses from coaches this year. One is, it's great that I'm not seeing the same official week after week. They're excited about that. And the second thing is our response to their questions from Huddle video. Sometimes that response is, hey, Coach, we blew it. We should have had a false start. Other times, Coach, I was like, that was the right call. Not only was that the right call, it was targeting and it hit a defensive player. And we've used that Huddle video to enhance the communication from coaches. And that flows into what I said before, is communication was that third leg. This video is a part of that communication. Emails they're part of that communication as well. As we move into the next year, still those three main focus items, but the communication piece is something that we're really going to focus on. How do we use technology to make our clinic sessions better? Can we have mechanic sessions through Zoom or through YouTube and we're working on those things and things that we can do that continue to enhance and how we more quickly get that information out to the officials. Also, looking back on this year, new officials. We had roughly 30 brand new officials this year. Tried to get them on the field in terms of middle school and JV as much as we could. Tried to assign them the clock so they could see varsity officiating and sit in on good pregame as much as we could this year, and hopefully that has helped them. I'm getting really positive feedback from how they performed, particularly on the JV and the middle school level. The other new officials, when I say new, this is their third year in officiating, but their first year on the varsity field. I could not be more pleased than what I've seen with this crop of officials. Some have done a phenomenal job they got the mechanics down pat. They're hustling. They're eager to learn. I feel good about the future of North State just watching this crop of first-year varsity officials. As we continue to think about it, I know we're still in the playoffs, but as we continue to think about what do we do next year, between now and next year, recruiting. How do we get more officials in? How do we recruit more officials? There's a lot of different ways, a lot of social media, and a lot of different ways to market. But when you have a product that is regionally based, kind of like we do, we service a local region of football. There's nothing more effective than word of mouth. If you've got somebody that you think he or she would make a good official, tell them that if they want to join a great organization, North State is looking for good officials, and we're setting up great training opportunities for them. And send me an email, and I'll be glad to reach out and respond to them and get them ready for the 2020 football season. As we continue to focus on the playoffs, it's still 2019. We've got 2 crews that are in the state championship, and that is, again, a credit to North State and what we bring to football officiating in this great state of North Carolina. As they get their final assignments, I'll send that out to everybody, and then if you want to come and support them, and hopefully they'll continue to do well. Got 14 really good officials that we're going to have on showcase in those 2 state championship games. Again, as we wrap up 2019, I want to thank you for your commitment. We've had a lot of rainouts and a lot of changes, and you've risen to that challenge. I want to thank the clinic leaders for their focus and their effort this year. Again, that technology committee is one of the best learning tools that we have as officials, and I want to thank the time and energy that you put into helping us have a successful regular season. This is not the last. I'll send out an additional communication prior to the state championship. But again, we'll stay in touch, and I hope you've enjoyed the season as much as I have. Have a good week, and talk to you later.